What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. We are your hosts, the Distorted Theorists, back for Marvel Mondays to talk about one of, if not the, but could be one of the biggest Marvel movies, Infinity War.
Oh, man. Listen, cinematically and
cried.
story.
I cried.
Story. Oh, obviously, we bawled. Story-wise, I think Infinity War is the best Marvel movie.
It was probably one of the only Marvel movies where I was tense the entire time. I was like, I don't think anyone's safe here. This Thanos guy is bad.
Well, you know what? Before we do talk about all that, as always, if you want to support our channel and you want more Marvel Monday content, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Thanos. I mean, it's realistically, this was a film not about Avengers. Essentially, this was the story of Thanos, which was different because you're getting a movie based around a villain, not in the Sony universe, right? Because we know how they worked out.
For once.
But we had our heroes. They were all separated, which I guess kind of gave us those Avengers feel because in the beginning, they didn't know each other. We had to bring them together. This was, oh my God, there's a huge threat. We had to re-bring them all together. And Infinity War did just that. And I mean, we've seen a lot of heroes that we never seen cross over before. So do you think that added to the magic?
Well, because they were always saying like, well, like Civil War is the most you're ever going to see. And I'm like, oh yeah, we're also working on something Infinity War.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just like you got the Benedict Cumberbatch, Doctor Strange mixing with Tony Stark's Iron Man as one
Peter
thing.
Quill.
Yeah. Meeting up with Peter Parker in space.
Space Wizard.
Some of these sentences you could say together. And then, of course, you had Captain America, who was rejoining with Black Panther in Wakanda. And then, of course, we had the Thor entrance.
The Thor entrance, but again...
Still one of the best.
We had Thanos, who we were dealing with the entire movie, but then he had his lackeys, who seemed to be quite formidable, and then they were pretty much dispatched like that when they actually entered. The one who did the most were...
Called Obsidian?
Nope. That was the...
Ebony Maw?
No. The other two. The husband and wife team.
Corvus Glaive.
One of them.
The other one.
That's the elf one. And then his wife.
The girl, I'm not going to be able to remember. I can tell you right now. Oh, something Prime.
Optimus Prime. Yep, we're in the different universe now. We worked with that. Megatron showed up too. And Bumblebee came across and saved the Avengers.
As you said in the beginning, you cried. We know where Infinity War went. But let's see how it got there. And let's get into the trailer reaction review and breakdown once again. Can't wait to revisit this one. Marvel's Avengers Infinity War right now.
There was an idea to bring
This still gives
together
me chills to this
a
day.
group of remarkable people.
The
To
theories
see
that
if
were
we
coming
could
out.
become
That's
something
how
more.
we started this.
So when they needed us, we could fight the battles.
What was it?
I know we've seen it.
Yeah, all the MacGuffins, all the red herrings.
And then the dread kicks in.
In time, you will know what it's like
First
to
time you
lose.
really hear.
To feel so desperately that you're right.
You love this, right?
Yeah,
to
first
fail
time you got to see
all the
Spidey
same.
sense.
Oh, nice. I think I just got the tingle.
Dread it,
The Peter tingle?
run from it. Destiny still arrives.
And that's badass.
Evacuate the city,
Inspired.
engage our defenses, and get this man a
He's
shield.
vanished. Fear.
And that entrance.
That wasn't real. Or maybe that was actually real.
Fun isn't something one considers when balancing the
And they showed us all this, and we still wasn't ready for it.
But
It's a long movie.
does put a smile on my face.
He had more Infinity Stories. That was not in the movie.
Never saw. I wish we hadn't known about Endgame.
Who the hell are you guys?
You guys. Yeah, I still wish that we didn't know anything about Endgame at that point. Like, if that was like Infinity War, here we go, this is it, and it just ended. We're like, the Avengers were returning, and Endgame, like, there's gonna be another one.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, if you remember the initial launch, it was Infinity War Part 1 and Part 2. Remember that? I think that was at Hall H, if I'm not mistaken,
it
at
was,
Comic-Con.
but they just kept shooting themselves the foot by announcing these things. They just need to start shutting up. We're like, there's going to be movies, and we'll let you know what it's going to be when they show the trailer, because that's how it started.
But you are right, though. Imagine being sat in theater. He snaps.
Everything-
We cry. We bawl. Everyone's being lost. And it's just like...
And it just credits. You're like, what?
Yeah.
What? Whereas like, oh, don't worry, the Ant-Man the Wasp is coming up next. Why would we
On
do
Marvel
that?
Mondays. Let's talk about the ending, because I feel like, you know, for anyone who's watched this, most likely have already seen Infinity War.
I genuinely, that is the well, because one, there was no music. All it was
silence.
It was just people like just trudge.
Yeah.
Tony or whatever, or Steve, and you just hear the of dust.
Well, see, the thing is
you know what happened. I'm not. There's no spoiler. You're here for Marvel Mondays. We've gotten through 20 of these now.
the thing is for me is I never grew up with the comics. I always say that, right? I didn't know what Infinity War was. I knew that Thanos snapped. Something was happening in the comics. That's about it. So I'm sat there. Dude fades the dust. First was the goal was Bucky.
Yeah.
I was like, and then like you slowly, and I mean, no offense to Bucky, but I mean, they kind of started first with like the non-favorited heroes. I felt like the first couple that you lose is not like ones that everyone was like emotionally.
Well, I didn't realize this. I did. I was kind of watching it, and then as they were going through, I was like,
yeah.
The only people that are surviving are the Avengers. And then I started like,
Yeah.
And that was when I locked in, because they showed it was on the different spots. So it was Bucky went, and then
it was
Sam.
Yeah. Which again, I was like, oh, that sucks. Whoa, that sucks. And then Black Panther went.
And Groot.
Well, I'm getting there.
I know.
Black Panther went, and then I was like, oh, like he's like new. Like he's a new, like what? So like you'd think he was going to stick around. Then Groot went. That's when I teared up. Okay, I'm not going to lie.
And the heartbreaker afterwards that James Gunn and all of them released was like, well, we know what he actually said. And when he said, I am Groot to Rocket, it was, Dad.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. That's when I started to tear up. Then I felt they give you another second to breathe, because that's when Elizabeth Olsen looks up and she's gone.
And that's when I was cluing in. I was like, now I knew the Guardians were private, so I wasn't totally right in my thing, but I was like, the Avengers, only the Avengers are surviving. So then they cut back to, what was the planet's name? Or the moon, sorry? Titan.
Yeah.
And I was like,
well, then you started, again, they gave the thing, but I love that because they started with the Guardians, right? They started losing the Guardians. And you knew.
and my jaw
because
was clenched.
they gave you a second to really
So
process who we were about to lose.
My now wife sitting next to me, I could see her look at me, and I was sat rigid.
Yeah.
And I didn't look at
That's
you.
cinema. That's
but
cinema.
Our buddy Matt
Yeah.
was 2 seats down from us, and I looked at him, and he looked at me, and both of us were just had the little trickle, and that my jaw, I could still feel that tension in my jaw.
And then you
Mr.
heard
Stark,
the Mr.
I don't
Stark.
feel so good. And
Yeah.
I went, you son of bastards. And then that whole happened. I was
Yeah.
like, oh my God.
And they dragged that out in a way that they knew they was getting people.
But do you know why?
Well, because he sensed it before it started happening.
That and
Yeah.
he has a mutant healing factor. That's why it kept, he didn't go. He was like, it didn't happen all
Like
in one.
immediately.
Everyone was like,
Yeah.
pfft. He was like, I can feel it coming. And then it was like, wait, because his healing factor was already fighting against it.
Yeah.
But it wasn't strong enough.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. And then Tony, and then, you know, you get that, but it opened up so many more stories. Of course, obviously then as well, Doctor Strange was gone, who seen all the future, so you couldn't question him anymore. But like, then you opened up the story of Tony feeling the remorse and guilt that was brought into Endgame as well. And of course, he was left on the planet with Nebula at the time, which was two characters that you, like, how does that even... But it worked.
And then you left us. That's at the beginning of Endgame. Like, this is the part we want to keep everyone together. You left. This broke all that part. You broke against the Accords. But the other part of the movie, again, like you mentioned in the beginning, is this was Thanos' story. So we were basically following, kind of. We didn't see what happened on Nova, Nova Prime, but we did
Which I'm upset about, but go ahead.
But like seeing the story about how he got to where he was with all the stones and everyone's journey about kind of following him through. And people still to this day are like, well, if Peter hadn't gotten mad, then it wouldn't have happened. That's how movies work. There's no reason. As much as, sorry, Chris, as much as I'm not the biggest fan of Chris Pratt, and everyone gives Star-Lord, I did for a while, I gave Star-Lord the hardest time, like, oh my God, that's storytelling.
Yeah.
They weren't going to do it anyways. It wouldn't have worked. Even if he did, even as he sleep, he still had a hold on it, so they weren't going to get it from him. They weren't. It wasn't going to happen.
Yeah. And as I already alluded to as well, I'm just trying to keep up with the cinematic genius that this movie was when Thor got Stormbreaker after Mjolnir had been destroyed in Thor.
Stories.
And then when he showed, it's, dude, you cannot watch that scene and not get chills, in my opinion, and it goes... And then he goes, bring me Thanos. I don't know, man. That's up there with Endgame stuff.
I am Groot. I am Steve Rogers. And there was so much that was good in that too. And like it still kept the humor and Hulk just freaking out. Well, not even Hulk. I can't even say Hulk.
Yeah.
Because Hulk wasn't there.
Yeah.
It was Bruce just trying to fight with...
Yeah. Another storyline we didn't know was coming because we all thought Hulk was going to be fully present. The movie kicked off with we have a Hulk, and he beats the shit for a second at a Thanos before Thanos is like,
no, he doesn't.
Boom, 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 boom.
He doesn't beat the shit.
No, he does.
He's
but
just
it's not.
He's like
effective.
reading him, and he's like, oh, okay, clink, clink,
yeah. But I was like, that for me set the tone of what that movie was going to be. But I still couldn't expect what we expected.
It's some of the best CGI I've seen in movies. Avatar and the Avengers movies have some of the best CGI I've ever encountered. Visual effects are crazy. It's a reason, and Pirates, like those movies were probably like, this is the most insane form of CGI, and we got another one coming.
Yeah, apparently
2 of them, but possibly 3. Did you hear about this?
No.
Secret Wars might be 2 movies now.
Oh yes, I did see something about that. What?
I can't.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us once again for our Marvel Monday Avengers Infinity War reaction, review, and breakdown. As always, if you want to support the channel, we do appreciate if you would just take 1 second to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. This is a big one. We're on our way to Endgame after this. We got a couple movies in between, but we're getting there, Peter.
A bit of filler.
Please leave a comment down below. Did you see Infinity War in theaters day 1? Does it still hold up in your anthology of Marvel films? And, well, you know what?
Did you cry?
Did you cry? Did you cry? But also, are you excited for Secret Wars and Doomsday? And with that, I am the real Jussy.
I am Peter Parkour. And like we always say around here,
keep it real.